more kwaba eba Francis TV1 ebusuan de ye bebusuaze ye pere yusuaze kekre bi e wo ha pere yusuaze kekre bi wo ha pere yusua top 10 strongest militaries in Africa. Yes. Oya Ghana mempeni pade odi Ghana military ono no ko Niger na woko no eja woko bo Niger man ma waju hone president no back bisi godo oye ku a olukodo wo Niger ni na Ghana mempeni oso pade osuma Ghana asrafo oya Ghana military oya Ghana soldiers mo utumu kobwa because other African countries are wo bom mo wo ECOWAS no won so wode wani asrafo leba na so wani military leba ana so wode wani soldiers leba ya be busua top 10 strongest military a wo Africa ya be busua top 10 military a wo strong a wo Africa obutum wa Niger na wetum wakobua ma nzama akoye anaso wetum wakobua ma waji wone president no won na aba back yi na nde ye bebusua na akufo ado oside opado ne Ghana asoja fuko na ye pere ye hwede so sampale de Ghana asojas ubutum wako ne wakobua ana na aminomasa mkanede memana na akufo ado on try there odi Ghana asojafo odu won boko there won konko anayeda ma Ghana will be a threat. Ghana will be a threat for Niger. Ghana will be a threat for Niger. Ghana ya asumdwe man yempe yen ho asam. The way a Niger fu when you able there amambu bono olu kodinti no why ye cool we dey tia when the president no way to president esi adodo the minti no nanado si there opodo osuma Ghana aslafo opodo osuma Ghana police soldier fu military fu mo woko na wokoko wode bua Niger man Nina wabe togwa wabe social media ngofu bebele kan de na Ghana asoja funa nkesa no wakokoda anaso wanhumaze no oteden ubutum wakobwa menzama akoye ya na ngofu bebele su leka de won magana asoja fuwa den wonko na onamede mo waka hwana ne ndetimemufu na wolo burhwan Ghana asojafu timemufu na wolo hwan timemufu na wolo hwan wolo burhwan azenti Ghana fu bebe wose ne woma Ghana asrafu wonko anaso Ghana asojafu wonko na wonko kumbua Niger ne enti nda no yepare yusua zama 10 bi obekire de the minimpe or qualify the obutum widen wako na wakoko na odaji Niger mana nti yapade yehwede Ghana or qualifier yeshwe top 10 strongest military in Africa selection top 10 strongest military in Africa yebohwede eja Ghana nizin obupuema say read the article now say before you qualify to be part of the top 10 strongest military or top 10 strongest soldiers or armies in Africa you need distance. Inti say you need a many be a chade and qualify. Number 1, you need budget. So if I read it, also the military budget is an important factor in determining a country's military strength. Nti mo podo Canada military ne budget no, military biala our budget biya no is one of the important here iwo military mu. Nti also the military budget is an important factor in determining a country's strength. Inti military wo budget no, country ni budget no, ane no ochire military ni ahomazen. Ati wa makana sa. Budget ikrono anaso military wo ane no obechire ni ahomazen. Inti osi a higher military budget means that a country has more resources invests in its military capacities. Let me read it again. Before you will qualify to be part of the top 10 militaries in Africa, you need these things. Also, the military budget is an important factor in determining a country's military strength. A higher military budget means that a country has more resources to invest in its military capacities. So if you don't have the strongest investment, then you are not qualified. Or the strongest investment, you are not qualified to be part of this top 10. 2, then the number of active troops. When they say the number of active troops are troops in here, soldiers, the number of militaries you have. The number of militaries you have. The number of active troops. The number of active troops in a country's military is an important indicator of its military strength. A larger military means that a country has more manpower available to defend its borders and pursue its objectives. 3. Military equipment. The quality and the quantity of a country's military equipment, such as tanks, aircrafts, and ships, is another important factor in determining its military strength. Countries with modern and advanced military equipment are generally considered to stronger military. Nana Akufo-Addo, mepere me bi so de enzama mu bodi e sure de Ghana ye wo de menya mani bia o kire de we are strong enough yibutum yako Niger Yakobo Niger ana Nanado nsemi bini. Men, don't try this thing on your own. The menya me yinibi. The menya me yinibi. Number 4, a military readiness. Military no wana kaka wana hoboye wa ya wopada weden woko when readiness. The readiness of a country's military is an important factor in indicating the readiness of a country's military is an important factor in determining its military strength. This includes factors such as training. Minimum Ghana for the way training pa Ghana for the soldiers military way training like we train minimum your qualifier do order your kwa sure you now boy you know yeah do check all these things. Okay, logistics and operational readiness. 5. Political influence. The political influence of a country is also an important factor in determining its military strength. Countries that have significant influence in their region or on their global stage are generally considered to be stronger military. Are you sure, Nado? Sure there in some American Ghana militaries, they are qualified to go to Niger to go and help them. It is important to note that there is no one definitive a way to rank the strongest military in Africa. The different sources may use different criteria and weights. Let's go. Now we are coming to the top 10 strongest militaries in Africa. Yeleboshe there top 10 militaries in Africa no. Ghana udima kotena ana Ghana kahubi ana Ghana nkahu nanado also pede oma Ghana military woko neja woko boa ensama olokodo wani je damana nanado leka damana nanado leka na nkofu bebele kade Ghana militaries no won qualify nti sisi ayulusua you'll find out there whether Ghana wakadami top 10 strongest in Africa no ha e pade yehwe odikan top 10 strongest military in Africa. Number 1, Egypt. Egypt has the strongest military in Africa. Egypt has the strongest military in Africa. For Twitter, Egypt has the strongest military in Africa. Yeka Africa, Egypt dima akotene pa. Egypt yekrowa one of the strongest military in Africa. Listen, with a defensive budget of over 4.4 billion, the country has a large standing army of over 450,000 active troops and an additional 800,000 reserve troops. Ghana, do you have these things? How many troops do you have? And how many additional troops you have as militaries? Ganado, do you have all these things? Do we have all these things? Egypt also has access to modern military equipment. Ganado, how many equipment do we have as militaries in Ghana? How many equipment do we have? check all these things before you will send your men, because we don't want any problem. Ghana is a peaceful country. We don't want any problem. So before you will send your military men, check that you have all these things, or you qualify, or they qualify before you will send them. Okay, including fighter jets. Danado, does Ghana have a fighter jet? If you don't have, don't send them. If you don't have a fighter jet, don't send them. Tankers. Does Ghana military have tankers? The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Gulf War and other ongoing conflicts in Yemen. When was the last time the military in Ghana it was different country though? When was the last time? Nanado, if you don't have all these things, drop your men. We don't want them to go and die. Please, we beg you. Ghana is a full country. We don't want Niger people to come and then fight us. We don't want it, because we have children, we have people, we have old men and old women. Oh, Ghana is a peaceful country. Please, menka fen kobiara mba Ghana. Yes, Nanado. So before you send your men, check all these things. Let's go to number 2. The number 2 is Algeria. Algeria has the second strongest military in Africa, with a defense budget of over 10 billion. And Zama Ubutu wada abo hoban they have more than 10 billion. With 10 billion, the country has over 130,000 active troops and additional 150,000 reserve troops. Okay? Algeria also has a large several of modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and other equipment. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Algeria Civil War and the ongoing conflict in Mali. Algeria was supporting Mali. Yes. Third one, the third strongest military in Africa, South Africa. South has the third strongest military in Africa, with the defense budget of over 4.3 billion. The country has over 78,000 active and an additional 17,000 with reserves troops. South Africa also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jet, tanks, and other things. The country's military has been involved in several peacekeeping missions, including the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sudan. Ebusua ata South Africa wakɔboa Congo ina ɔne Sudan man abra wɔne nsam bɛyi na Ghana Kufuado wɔna abɛman na wakɔda anaso wenya asam da Ghana etum akɔboa wɔne da Ghana akɔ akoda ɛsɛ pɛ dɛ ɛsoma ho no Ghana wakɔ akoda wɛna wonku wumbla. The fourth strongest military in Africa, Nigeria. Hey, Nigeria didn't prim. Ya twende Ghana nizin beden obu prim na yihuni. Nigeria strongest military in Africa with a defense budget of over 2 billion. The country has over 120,000 active troops and an additional 80,000 reserve troops. Nigeria also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and other things. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Boko Haram in the northeast. Boko Haram, Nigeria, akwa akoda, Ghana yenko bida. Ghana yenko bido nenso na do osma Ghana militaries mwoko Niger na okobwa. Yalishe the top 10 strongest armies in Africa. Fifth, Ethiopia. Ethiopia has the fifth strongest military or army in Africa with a defense budget of over 400 million. The country has over 180,000 active troops and an additional 150,000 reserve troops. Ethiopia also has certain military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and others. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Ethiopia Civil War and the ongoing conflict in Somalia or Somalia. Yes. Wakwa akoda na yenko bida. Nti odin there. Sixth, Morocco. Morocco has the sixth strongest military in Africa with a defense budget of over 3.4 billion. The country has over 2,000 active troops and an additional 150,000 reserve troops. Morocco also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and the rest. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the West Africa, including the ongoing conflict. 7. Sudan. Sudan has the 7th strongest army in Africa with a defense budget of over 2.2 billion. The country has over 109,000 active troops and an additional 150,000 reserve troops. Sudan also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and the rest. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the ongoing conflict. 8. Kenya. Kenya. Kenya has the 8th strongest military in Africa with a defense budget of over $800 million. The country has over 24,000 active troops and an additional 5,000 reserve troops. Kenya also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and the rest. The country's military has been involved in several peacekeeping missions, including the Somalia and South Sudan. Ghana. Nanado ese pede suma Ghana military muwoko okobua Niger yaman nti yi nsamana ba abade na okire de Ghana butum wakoko odaboa Niger yaman. Tanzania 9. Tanzania has the 9th strongest military in Africa with a defense budget of over 600 million dollars. The country has over 30,000 active troops and an additional 50,000 reserve troops. Tanzania also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and the rest. The country's military has been involved in several peacekeeping missions, including the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sudan. Nanado. Etie. Wunkofuno wako akoda. Ena how many fighter jets ne yewo? How many equipment ne yewo? Yede ko yakoku ne yedabua Hello Akwabo Ebusia.
Yes, sir.
Hello
Hello.
MB21. Hello.
Yeah, what you can?
Okay. Ebusia apomit then.
I tell you, send me where.
Oh, yeah, then me say no di kan wafra then.
FM Abdul.
Oh, okay, Abdul. Akwaba so. Wanim Ghana Morocco do Ghana na ye kan ho asam. Ha ye kira wadwen. Me pede e kan no na kira wadwen. Nanado oside opada osma Ghana militaries mo woko Niger na eja wani mo rukodu we Niger yi okobua na esha Ghana militaries ubutu mu akwa wana ahụbu etidan aba asam na ewota na
Amko
oyesiga na
boarding.
nadu odo mu wokwa ana
Amko
wokwa
boarding.
ehwa aba asam ni hello
Amko boarding.
ana wenti mu aba
Antoka ziwana.
ebusia na we kese fifa oh
Yagana.
ekese fi Ghana na ekese fi amonani
Nkasi figana.
ekese fi Ghana na ni mo rukodo wa Ghana enko social media wa
No,
nanado oside nanado te asem ni ye nanado oside
no,
eh
but
eh
you can, but me say to kasi you come hana.
ahụ ntakwensi kurom ha ntakwensi Ghana kurom
No,
ntakwodi
ayi
ansi
Niger na bidi Niger.
Nigeria asem na ka enwu de Niger no woni president efi azedo sisi ano soja aban na owodo anamobua
Yeah, someone you cool we.
ese
Someone you cool na tu mapain na.
wetu amampanyin no na morukode
Yes.
enti de
Say what?
ECOWAS inime ECOWAS woke ECOWAS
Yeah,
atasa
yeah,
oye all the African and work boom oye ECOWAS anamobua
yeah.
yes
Enti
na
maybe oh.
mite
Since was suma so je for no makoko yele.
wɔpɛ dɛ wotu wɔsɛ wɔn nso wɔsoma soja aba no ma na wɔatum wakɔboa fɛ dɛ Niger na wɔatum wɔ president no wɔama abɛtena de back dɛm na sisi a wɔreyɛ
Na maybe oh. Ghana so je for mo ko
mete
support ho mo. Ghana so je for mo ko support so je be no.
wɔnkɔ
And Ghana
support
so je and maybe oh. Ghana so je for mo na ko kunto kana na sen. Because say Niger so je for so mo here one.
ɛsene
And
mete
say Niger so je for so mo here one. So mo here one na mo tu
ɛhɛ
mampain no.
ɛhɛ
Ɛna Ghana so je for mo so na ekɔ keti ntɔkwa na sen ho mo.
no ma wɔpɛ dɛ wɔyɛ ne dɛ wɔpɛ
Mm.
dɛ like wɔne Niger soja aban no wɔne ne kasa ɛho a wɔpɛ dɛ wɔne soja
Mm.
Niger soja aban no wɔne ne kasa ma n'akoma ɔtɔ ne yie ma wotum wɔma Niger president no bɛyɛ dɛn ɔbɛtak na
Na
kasa no wɔhwɛ a sɛ
na
wɔde a wɔnsoma
mm.
asogya fo ma wankɔ a ebi a kɛsekɛsɛ na adze bisi ehu a mpanyinfo na ade na wɔasoma ho na adze no dɛm ECOWAS mpanyinfo no ahwɛ yɛ kɛsekɛsɛ na adze esi nti ada asogya's wɔ ɔda wɔyɛ dɛn wɔkɔ France soldiers bɔkɔ Nigeria soldiers bɔkɔ all the other Africa countries no ɔda wɔkɔ because sisi ano Niger president no sisi ano wɔne ɔhyɛ dan mu wama ne ɔfa
Mm.
no house arrest nti no
Mhm.
ɔyɛ nyame house arrest no wɔda ama no it could be there wɔsi sɛ wamfa sika no a wɔadi no wamfa mba a obukun
Mhm.
anaaso wɔbɛyɛ no dɛ no mpo na ebusuafo wɔn ho baka dɛm na ɔrekɔ do
Na
nti no
ebe o
nti
ebe
dɛm soldiers
ana na kufa don kasa wanko. A wasu maso je fo. Eh? Ana man
akufo-addo
kasa wanko a wasu maso je fo.
nka akufo-addo na nsɛ nka ɔnkɔ ehu a
Oso wana kasa fan hungo fezi.
Sɛ na aso no kɔ wɔ bi a iti na aso no kɔ wɔ nti ɔna aso ɔde na asra fo do kɔ ba ka no do
Ono kwa pekone tuno. Agufa na kase kwa pekone tuno.
buzia asɛm
Ono kwa
Ghana
pekone
yɛ wa
tuno. Na, mebo,
meche
Ghana so ye for omo be fa hen fa na ko nije wono.
ani chi ni bi sɛ ho alo
Because Burkina na ntoka si ho na Burkina na ho so e muni no. Enti mu kwa omo be fa ye mo. So me for Burkina so mo ko nije.
ɔyɛ asɛm ebusua ɔyɛ na nado pɛ dɛ ɔkɛ fa asɛm brɛ Ghana na nado
Mm.
ɔpɛ dɛ ɔkɛ fa asɛm brɛ Ghana kɛkɛ Ghana yɛn pɛ ho asɛm because
Oye no eh.
misa dɛme ne Jeff no wɔn nwa abro no sɛ yɛnyɛ ya ne Jeff wɔ de wɔn nwa bi si any country biara a ɔbɛyɛ n'adwene dɛ ɔpɛ dɛ ɔkɔ no ɔkɛka wɔn nsɛm no bi ne de ahwɛ ɔbɛtɛn na akɔ no do na ate dɛ nwiamihyɛ no bi retwam anaa plane bi retwam ma dɛme ne Jeff no wabɔ plane na eturu ma wɔn a wɔwɔ mu almost 30 soldiers osɛde wɔawu a
Sa?
yes dɛm na ɔrekɔ do nsɛ
Mimi
wayɛ wɔn adwene wɔn mma kwan ma ebiara mbɛyɛ dɛn ɔmbɛka wɔn asɛm nti anisi ilitwom ɛka ho ɛnka ho ɛbɛgye sɛ wɔnim dɛ ebi a ɛyi soldiers na wɔreba na wɔabɛyɛ dɛn wɔanim anaa ehu
mm.
yes ma wɔesi no no
Awo omo ko jimi omo nku omo. Asoye fo na won fi Ghana kwa omo ko jimi a nije fo nku omo nyina. Nguo.
wunu ebi nkɔ
Ah,
soja
asa.
ɛsi wo nkuru wunu ebi
Eh?
nkɔ soja wunu ebi nkɔ soja wɔ Ghana wundi soja wɔ
Ah,
Ghana
na minye ko so ye se ko jimi a ye je wa nku.
hey
Because
hey
yes.
aba ɛndɔ wunu o
Oh,
ɛndɔ wunu ebi kɔ so ɔdi sika bebree bi
no.
si bi o
Timmy,
ɔso
Timmy,
do
Timmy, Timmy. No, Timmy. Kuro nkɔ yie. Mampanyina di konyana nkɔ yie. Na esi tune sisi ekuro yie na sɛ wo so yɛ ni wofi obi man so ba be kon sɛ wo support mampanyin de a sɛ eku a wo na wokɔpɛ oku. Eh?
ɔyɛ
Because sɛ
asɛm o
wo so yɛ ni. Sɛ wo so yɛ ni. Na wate sɛ Niger fo to mampanyin ne. Na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo sisi mu kuro yie a na wo so kɔ support mampanyin na ɔmo tu no. So ɔmo ku a sɛ wo na wapɛ owu.
ɛnsɛ ɛyi soja ni na ɔrekɔ no ɔyɛ ne pɛ na ɔde kɔ government no otua ne ka o nti ano so na adwuma a ɔyɛ no nti ano no woso wasɛ dɛ ɔdɛ yɛ mpanyin bɛka dɛ yɛ no ano na ɔdɛ yɛ ntumi nka dɛ nkɔ sɛ
Mm.
wotusi dɛ kɔ a ntumi
Wo
nka dɛ ɛnkɔ
wo
definitely
wo
ɔdɛ
so
kɔ
yɛ ni
because
na
w'adwuma yɛ mo wotua wɔ hɔ no
wankasa no sɛ Ghana so yɛ fo nkwa sɛm pili sɛ wɔn kɔ wɔn gyimi sɛm pili sɛ Ghana so yɛ fo ankasa no wɔn kɔ ehu wɔn nso fa so.
nti yiwu wɔn ho do mfa so na nana ado pɛ dɛ ɔno wɔn kɔ mu wuku wi bia na ma ɔyɛ
Yɛ
mi
ehu wɔn
yɛ
nso
mpɔ de
fa so.
Moya mi yo mpodi wudu ko to woku eku wunu ko se wa guti mpo woku eku wunu ko anka ebe fa na mala ahwe ye mpo a wode abesan Ghana nyinala e wone na Ghana fo yi di ho abrogbo no e wono na yi di ho abrogbo no na yebusua te asem yo de we asem o de na ye mo hwe top 10 strongest armies and top 10 strongest militaries in Ghana like yɛka militaries a woda kotene paa wɔn nyɛ ɔse yɛ sena wotu mu kwa akuye ya na mo lo hwe wo internet do me read mo hwe na ma hwa me wu de top 10 no Ghana nizini nkan Ghana nizini nkan wane na mi meka na meka no ha me da be Ghana ni county chance that Ghana won qualify re oboku because in Zaman also the inya ansa na a qualify into the top 10 no me sure Ghana you will be me sure that Ghana you will be inti na
Ghana
nado
ya mambo nkoyi Ghana ya mambo nkoyi
amomri don kwe ebusia hada na no yanya politics wo hamu but Ghana nsam na yeka atuma maka na asa inti ne enwuye bia Ghana nsam na yeka
inti na meka say Ghana nankasa kwa problem asoye fo no kwa inti meka sabi asoye fo no kwa sabi ho mo kwa majimi because nipa na so mam kwa no kwa nke senga mutu no nipa na so mo senga mutu fi akonye so nso mo to he no yo ehu adipa bia o ye magana
ebusia esi nimpa na olu small ho no ore wutu di fie godo yo a
asa mutu no na ukwa
afenya
imagine na ojo he be
ewa
kwa
internet
sa mo
do
ta be bua na se mpa
ewa me nka sama nka sama bo de ma pede ka ku umbra Ghana
me nka se ku o me nka me se so je fo na se bi nipa na o so mo na kwa se mutu no
then said the asem eleke de osnupu asem eleke yo
oh se me nka ku o ka me se so mutu no tu bi etu utuba ye utuba
Ghana
ngene
Ghana nkwe mu da adwum ko wo Ghana fu bi mu eti mu pa ebinim ya obedi
ah
samban
no
ebinim
kwa
ya
oto
mo wesi wo nije mo
na
wesi wo
ni kwa
mali
so mutu no
mo bi wesi wo Ghana but on pele hen ibisi
na me bwana wanka sa wo he me bwana sa
oh
yakura
ya no kwale pa mo ro kodu wo Ghana ndonye mo ro kodu wo Ghana ne donye ye
ah
tisika sunensi yo ble
ya Jessica so comedy e
hey one day straight one
was
factory
eh was
right now,
what
where is the one district, one factory? Now it has
eh
become
was one this one dam one this one dam was
it has
he
become
was he wasi amambo enye hie mai wasi ọma enye hie mai nso nyam sɛ mambo bonti ya ho kyerɛ ọma enye hie mai
onye nhia manu nesto
nso nyam sɛ mambo bonti ya ho kyerɛ wasi wasi ayi kufuatam $1 1 cedi mahama tam $1 2 cedi meba $1 1 cedi ɛna do 150 no ɛkɔ 300
ebusia enti iyi na mde hwa iyi na mleka de ti iyi na mleka de sisia no eye Ghana mbobun eye aketesia eye abentie wo me yinje de yi di politics chi sisia me mensama meka no wo me yinje de
ayi
yi di politics na
ayi
nadu bawuya alanka
ba mi se
Mahama
kwa mi
obviously
saa
one boy magana man no yɛdɛ ɔnkɔ n'anim because what the way sunu da na sɛ wɔdwen wɔ business ho a wɔndwene Ghana mbobu no ho
no
tìmɛ mu ho fun
uche mi bro
eti no
ba pa
iyi na
uche
ɔwɔ dɛ
mi
yɛn nso yɛpɔ yɛn ho ase ne create ndwuma yɛde yɛde ma yɛn ho
ba pa uche mi
ne tie o kasa
sabio
Nite.
Seven pills, Timon Fona Casano, yet Timon Fona Casano, Mosina Jimmy, most do not give me.
Ampa na
What I say?
Aberdeen so most of them will. Aberdeen so Aberdeen
Say,
no
okay,
most of them waging.
what the didn't Cotimelon Quine. And so at Hoa, MPP no be welcome. And so once you go on ye be. And so I'm so MPP ni MPP we end day. O can't quite kill me here. Sapat no. And I end this news the same thing. O can't quite kill me here. Or ta end this aquí. One here babia.
Sa
I probably feel about. And o can't quite kill me. Was he? Won't pay this, won't pay PP 17 no. And I can no. O can't quite in this near. Was he? Won't pay this 17 no. Can no. Wow. Did you do one? The guess here almost
inti sisi
me
ano
about
pain
me about to pay the basement to build that.
open no sisi ano timemufu a ehudi bi ni mejimi nazi abeko ne ye ba fadra the mejimi no obi fi wonu mu
They say won't you some more? Won't you some because
me
nipa
me
no.
ntumi nsi someone that you me you ntumi nsi someone nanso say ibi ejima excuse me to say ibi ejima o te there aboa na aboa so ntumi nsi sa aboa mo ni ma ebe ya
Yeah,
ne
you
ne
have
ebusu aboa ni
the
nsem chinchira na na eden ene na akọ ni dem ana so ene akese ni dem atwo maka na asa nti abẹ ko de yebe for do it means that there is always a way kon bi o de tum nsese butum ayede no waba intumi nkede we ejima akeke na we ejimi no aba nsesa so ye mfa ne de excuse me to say you say wo ba na afa ba na so yes na si feed afro no jimi bata na afa abẹ kon de yebe for do e mama jimi na ofa o tell wo ba no ho no de me jimi no bi fi no ho ebusua
so can quite kill was that. And then Sabi, one say 7 so. Kwasia ni wu a wase ni kwa na da wu. Me se kwasia ni kwa wu a kwasia ni kwa ani ni wu kakara a wase kwa na da kwa na wu. Ba onim say inside no nwu e. Se ya indi se sam ne MPP sam ne ka o ana say government there was na ka wasam. Se ya mo say ese ntuma no. Na ko to ma NDC. The same thing was aba bio. Wow. Inti Ghana na nkasa no say MPP ni NDC ni mpe omo. That's the thing. But omo aso na moto ma
nti
wo. Omo aso na
ebusua
Ghana foto ma
ese
wo.
NDC na MPP wa mpa woni pio nti sisi ano se wuyi NDC na MPP furu a aba party na epa da oba ana ho na epa da oba aba nimpa nde se wo wa mu wa hwe wa mu
Ade
nimpa na wo wa
ade
mu ade se
ade
wuyi NDC furu a
ade
epa da
so
oba
ye mambo. Ade
eh
so ye mambo na so ye mambo. Aso ye
epe
for
soja
mumbu man
mambu
no. Hmm.
soja mambu
Hmm.
epe soja mambu
Yeah.
na sure the soja
Mumbu
mambu no
man.
obo Ghana soja mambu na etasa ebusua ese pe
Oh.
soja mambu every
Yeah.
yahwɛ ehu miso ehu ɛhɔwɔ wom
Eh?
ehu kɔdando wom a Ghana yinye soja amombu na
No. Oh, sa Ghana tita pansa no. Ghana tita pansa. Ndi se so ye mambu ba.
Ghana atoto apanse no
E
mum
tita pansa
ni
sa.
mum sure dɛ soja aban obutum ayɛ Ghana yɛ ya sɛ akufo ado ba omia na n'asofo na NDC fo no ntumi yɛ Ghana yɛ anaso Ghana mpanyinfo no ntumi yɛ Ghana sure dɛ soja no butum ayɛ Ghana yɛ ya
because say you show your man bo oba bi ngwa social media enyi ne ho na say akwa bi ngwa social media en kansam hunu wa hu because pegana nye kwazo obi aye de ope ba ka so your man bu nka undimi ye de ope o man nim za endi mele so e kese ni ma basa basa ne ngana e kwazo
Ami mom open molu kodo wa Ghana desi windi mbel nazi na yi nazi no. Onye de ami tumi no mamu woni de onye soja aba na yihia. Hey, okay soja aba na onye soja aba na yihia. Yihia soja aba. Yihia soja aba because yeah adwene soja aba na yahwehwa Ghana na lo connect be 100 si ekidi soja aba na echi Ghana obo connect be 1 billion years. Se ya kade ya ko we soja aba na most people na want soja aba na ase. Soja aba no ma san wachi be di o yesu papa. Nti onye soja aba na yihia ibia why na adwene de obe sacrifice na life no da magana de we tunu esuwe de obe hihye Ghana embra no omo magana embra ye den why edwuhwe open ilitema muwo sisi abebia muwo UAE which is United Arab Emirates sa artisanida Dubai where
Saudi
most of times we confess Dubai. Yes, United Arab Emirates ebusia sisa mutu medisi kuri ma maka asamincho awola nkesa
ana
no police
uwo hona wakan
police
gana
ni njira
samsano
ko
wuto
ese
ana wakan gana samsano
ya metra wana me yeren
ana wati ho ebobo gana samsano
no abazinta muntu menka Ghana ma
na wati Dubai na wati na soja fo esi we masa cho mbo omukwa sa mko ko se wu omna omna ma ko ko se wu obi an so mo ho
papa adina mele ye ne wa sei adina mele ye no oye education sei oye education a mede magana fo nti onye de bia na na ma beta na meye yo education ye pede Ghana yinyanya yusua azwa ati wa makana sa even though mu akontum so minimolu kodo wa Ghana na Ghana su na mifi nti Ghana mutu kono me mede manu ehu ani nta so na metena ha maka Ghana nsam no se itu kwana enti abafase itu kwana ni bu de Ghana
ange ni
mpanyimfo
pa to ni
omo
ni
ene
la ko
mpare makasa na meka asama acho na meka asama acho de mutu kwan mba ha
ni
ase wa me medi
yo pege
hello hello na America bibi de mutu kwan mba United Arab Emirates which is UAE no na me de UAE the me kro no Arab country no one mbra no oye adwuma ninti no eitum mfom wala azene mpo wan kan cho de men ye but enye police ni ngina kalu kwem na waka cho de men ye de mazi enye because imbreli ye adwuma the law is speaking mbra no ole kasa entum enka de litwa dibla crossing anaso dibla crossing da wo me ejawo akafa kalu bebi a dibla crossing ni wo Cambro bo show over final. Ibutua. Into me kada ekofo bus wabla. Inkita bus card and tag. Wabakyo. Watch one. Ske butu. Ske pudro ibunu. Common 130 cedis and also common 15 cedis and call there. Ituano edofo bus no. Emamo wajo more than bear 15 million. Timbeli jumanti nyamba nkiti bi owa ebusua into me ye the law is working. Ghana no mblenye adwuma enembra no ebusua me no bi se heala yes ha Francis TV 1 hey Francis TV 1 ha Ghana nsam na yeka yen sha hoba wa ha Ghana nsam na yeka molu kodo wa Ghana molu twogu wa Ghana kodo na yeka nsam a olukodo wa Ghana na yeka na ansa na yedi program no bebe wie no na yeleka the top 10 strongest military in Africa na yiduri Tanzania na Tanzania has the 8th strongest military in with a defensive budget of over 600 million. The country has over 30,000 active troops and an additional 50,000 reserve troops. Tanzania also has access to modern military, including fighter jets and tanks. The country's military has been involved in several peacekeeping missions, including the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sudan. Ibi Sedananado, do we have fighter jetta? You to me that call. Your equipment are you to me that call. How many militaries do we have as Ghanaians? Last one, Angola. Angola has the 10th strongest military in Africa with a defensive budget of over 3.5 troops and an additional 500,000 reserve troops. Angola also has access to modern military equipment, including fighter jets, tankers, and the rest. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Angolan Civil War and the ongoing conflict in Democratic Republic of Angola. Angola now they are still helping other countries. Into ebusuane na do se opede Osuma Ghana military mo woko Niger na woko boa nsamense ma orokodo na yilbi sede na do sure there enka fa asam Ghana enka fa asam Ghana mbobun Ghana mbentia wonye adwuma nye a wolo dwene won ho sure there enka fa asam enfambra Ghana emana ina sure there Ghana qualified also the work on Okoboa. Men yada dachi echirimba obabre anaso men yada Ghana yibu nu yen ho na do yin yen ho fim da mensam nim nti ebusua ye no bi se hala Ghana nsam ha ye Kobi anaso Francis TV 1 Ghana nsam na ye de blow ebusua ye no bi se ha ye de wase de itum ese wom na beka ye ho ma ye dwendwene Ghana nsam ho emma yidi Ghana abobo ye hwe ma orokodo wa Ghana yami hye obebre na ejidi de dachi onfon ma Ghana mpanyimfo wale ye onfon sikadi a wuzi onfon ahokyra wo ma timemuni ne wale kyerem oye dinala obeyi obi a owa akoma pa a owa adwene pa imma Ghana mwaba magana wafane tempa ifra nyame butu mu amani bia Dr. Kwame Nkrumah do anaso makwa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah beye no wa beye asenedam inshallah you believe that God can do everything. This is our prayer that God will give us somebody who can change the face of Ghana, who can bring prosperity, increase, and advancement, jobs, companies in Ghana. There is somebody coming who is coming to change the face of Ghana. Ebusia, yesi, yakro, shawazan, yame nkohu, yame on two plating, yadawasi, de ite. Bye bye.